can count up to?
I can count to 108.
Well, that's how old I am. And when someone as old as I am hasn't been to school for a while, it's really hard to go back.
Well, I'm going to stop school for the summer after kindergarten, so first grade's going to be real hard. And I think if I can do it, you can do it.
Well, you're wrong.
I hear first grade is no piece of cake, Elmo. Maybe I should quit after kindergarten.
Is Mary still going to get a job?
I may have to.
There should be no problem with a kindergarten education.
And, you know, they don't give you graham crackers and juice in the first grade like they do in kindergarten.
Oh, no!
And then in second grade, they want you to remember all the stuff that you learned in first grade. And then they teach you a lot of new stuff, too.
New stuff, too?
And then they start to give you homework.
So why do we ever want to leave kindergarten?
So I can grow up and be a doctor like my mama.
Oh, your mama's a doctor?
Not really, but if it wasn't for my mama, you wouldn't have a head right now.
Emma wouldn't like that.
And I'd be talking to myself.
That would be crazy.
Mary Sue? Hey, Mary Sue, what you doing?
I'm talking to Elmo.
Oh, say hi for me.
Mama says hi.
Hi, Millicent.
Elmo says hi back. We were just trying to decide if we should stay in kindergarten or move on to the first grade.
Oh, why wouldn't you want to move on to the first grade?
We hear it's very hard.
Well, I'm sure Elmo would want you to go on to the first grade, Mary Sue.
I'm sure Elmo would want you to finish high school, Mama.
Couldn't sleep. It's been bothering me that I never finished lining these cabinets, and it's another thing that'll be haunting me for the rest of my life, and Porter Hodges will bring me a nice book on shelf lining.
I know why you didn't graduate, Mama. I figured it out. It's simple addition. I'm the reason you didn't graduate. You were pregnant with me. I'm the reason you don't have your diploma. I'm the reason you don't have a professional occupation. You have to take in little odd jobs just to make ends meet.
Oh, don't put this all on yourself, honey. You were too small to do anything about it.
All my life, I sit in my bedroom window complaining about our situation. And all this time, it's been my fault.
Don't do this to yourself, sweetheart. It is not your fault. Now, I could have finished at home if I could have stopped throwing up. Porter Hodges wants me to finish now. He brought me this book.
Well, that's wonderful. When are you going to start, Mom?
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I want you to get your diploma.
Don't need it.
Yes, you do.
What for?
Because nothing I've ever learned about in my life is ever going to mean anything to me unless I have you to discuss it with. And I don't want to think that there's something I can't talk to you about. Or that I've passed you by. So if you don't open this book right now, I swear I'll quit school myself.
You are full of it.
What?
You'd never leave school. You're a little Miss Student. Besides, if you left school, you'd have to spend all day here in the house with us.
I would hate that, Mama. Please don't make me quit school.
Then please don't make me feel bad.
All right, don't feel bad. And don't do this for me, or for Mr. Hodges, or for Mary Sue, whose homework you won't understand in a year.
All right, I won't.
And most of all, don't do this for yourself, because you're not the type who responds well to challenges. I mean, I guess it's just a coincidence that ever since I've known you, you've never given up on anything. Except this.
A caterpillar climbs 3 feet up a tree every day for 2 years and slips 18 inches down every night. If the tree is growing 1 foot per year, and was 180 feet tall 7 years ago, how far is the caterpillar from the top today? I'll kill you for this.
I thought she could handle it. I really did. At first, she was so determined and so confident. She was the perfect student. Her pencils were sharp and she had great discipline. It's been a week and a half of mother by day and student by night. My brothers and sisters don't notice the little telltale signs that their mother is cracking up. And maybe I'm being overly sensitive, but I think all this learning and absorbing has taken its toll.
A train is traveling northeast at 65 miles an hour. A fly in the train travels southwest at 2 miles an hour. How fast is the fly flying? I don't know. I think the real question here is, where did the fly get the money to buy the ticket? And how did they get the tags on his itty-bitty luggage?
The test is this weekend. They don't give it again for 6 months. And I know if my mother doesn't pass, she'll never take another one. She tells me not to feel responsible for this.
The moon weighs 3 billion pounds on Tuesday.
But it's hard not to.
How come you're making breakfast today, Mr. Hodges?
Because your mama's still upstairs, Chucky Lee.
Is she all right?
Of course she's all right. She's taking this big test she doesn't want us to know about, and she's exhausted because she stays up all night studying.
How do you know that?
We all know that. We hear her buzzing and chugging from her room every night, and those pencils snapping at 2 in the morning wake me up like a rifle shot.
Well, you can't let on that y'all know what she's doing.
Why not?
Because she's afraid she might not pass the test and that we'd be ashamed of her.
We'd never be ashamed of her.
Yeah, I myself would feel a certain kinship.
What your mama's doing is very difficult. And just her trying it is more than enough reason for you to be proud of her.
The test is tomorrow, and she hasn't been sleeping, and she's under a lot of pressure, so whatever you do, don't let her know you know.
Good morning, children. Dorothy Jane, Stephen Floyd, Ruth Ann, Chucky Lee, Mary Sue. Thank you, Boarder Hodges, for preparing these beautiful eggs for my children. Dorothy Jane, Stephen Floyd, Ruth Ann, Chucky Lee, Mary Sue, Eddie Bob.
I think it's time to go.
Okay. I took another practice test and I got a 70, Dorothy Jane. That's 1 point above failure. My first practice test, I got an 82. My second, a 76. Now I got a 70. I don't like the trend. I wish my study mate wouldn't fall asleep on me. I'm starting to forget things. I think there's too much in my head and I'm exhausted. I've never been this tired in my life. And if I take this test tomorrow, I'm gonna fail. Well, I am not failing in front of my children. I quit.
Millicent can't quit.
What?
Elmo says nobody's quitting. First grade is hard, and they don't give you cues, but Elmo is going to first grade, and Elmo never quits. No, no, no.
Mary Sue?
Nobody there.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
You are a manifestation of my own fatigue.